Now, let's get into what's happening. It's all starting to come together. We're reaching a tipping point, and if you've been paying attention, you know exactly what that means. The momentum is building fast, and now we're seeing serious recognition from global institutions. In fact, the United Nations recently made a bold statement. Iraq is poised to become a banking powerhouse in the coming days. That's not just speculation or hopeful thinking. It's a clear sign of confidence from a major global player. This alone is a major validation of everything we've been hearing and seeing regarding Iraq's financial reform. This is especially important because it removes any lingering doubt about what the Central Bank of Iraq is doing with its monetary policy and banking system. There's a strategic plan in motion. Just look at what the Forex market is doing with the Iraqi Dinar. When a bank tells you something like, "We're never going to deal with the dinar," you have to ask yourself, why lie? They could have just said, "We don't have any comment," or "We're not sure yet." But instead they chose to be dismissive, even deceptive. So remember that. Remember who told you the truth and who didn't. At the end of the day, we get to choose which banks we trust and use. Now here's where it gets even more exciting. There's big financial news expected to break tomorrow morning, and it could be a serious turning point for both the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and the Vietnamese Dong, VND. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just someone keeping an eye on global finance, this is the kind of development that could change the game. So why should this matter to you? Because both currencies, the dinar and the dong, are gaining attention for a potential revaluation. That's a significant event. If you don't know what that means yet, it's time to start paying attention. A revaluation involves adjusting the official value of a currency, and when that happens, it can have powerful effects across markets, economies, and even everyday lives. The Iraqi dinar has been mostly overlooked by the general public, but behind the scenes, interest has been quietly building. And now that interest is turning into momentum. The same can be said for the Vietnamese Dong. Analysts are watching both currencies closely because they could be on the verge of a major shift. There's a suggestion that this revaluation might occur early in the day tomorrow. If that's true, we could see a sudden and significant change in the value of these currencies. But it's important to remember, these things don't happen in a vacuum. A revaluation is influenced by a wide range of factors: government decisions, economic performance, global trade, and even geopolitical events. It's not simple. It's not guaranteed. So let's talk about the potential impact. For investors, this could be a moment of payoff, especially for those who've been holding on to IQD or VND for years, waiting for a shift. A higher currency value can mean larger returns. But this isn't just about investors. Everyday people need to be aware of what this means too. If these currencies rise in value, it could change the cost of imported goods, influence inflation, and affect pricing in stores and markets. Even if you don't own any foreign currency, your wallet could still feel the ripple effect. That's why it's smart to prepare. If you're holding either currency or thinking about buying in, now is the time to review your position and strategy. Don't rely on hype. Make informed choices. Start by doing your own research. Learn more about how the dinar and dong function, what the current outlook is, and what experts are saying. Financial news sources are already picking up on the activity. Online forums and community groups are buzzing with speculation and shared insights. Join the discussion if you want to hear different perspectives or contribute your own. Evaluate what you're holding. If you already own IQD or VND, ask yourself, what are you waiting for? Is this the moment to act, or do you need more information? If you're still on the sidelines, it might be worth considering a small position. Just enough to get your foot in the door. But whatever you decide, stay informed. Keep an eye on credible announcements. Things can change fast, and the people who do well in these situations are the ones who are ready. Also, don't overlook the broader financial picture. A currency revaluation doesn't happen in isolation. It can affect loan rates, savings accounts, and household budgets indirectly. Let's say the dinar suddenly gains value. Well, that might make goods imported from Iraq more expensive. That hits your local economy. Your cost of living might shift, even if you don't think you're directly involved. Let me give you a real-life example. A friend of mine had been planning a trip to Vietnam and was holding some Vietnamese Dong, waiting for what he thought would be a favorable exchange rate. But he waited too long. A sudden change in value happened, and the currency didn't stretch as far as he expected. His travel plans had to be completely restructured. He learned the hard way that timing matters, and that being informed makes all the difference. That's why I always say, don't get swept up in hype. Do your own research. Trust data, not just excitement. Make informed decisions, not emotional ones. Now, let's take a step back and talk about the bigger system at play here. Forex, or the foreign exchange market. This is where currencies are traded around the world. It's actually the largest financial market on the planet, with a daily trading volume of over $6 trillion. It moves fast, In Forex, currencies are constantly being bought and sold, and their values are influenced. One of the most important concepts to understand is the floating exchange rate. This means a currency's value isn't fixed to another currency or a specific number. Instead, it rises and falls based on real-time trading activity. If more people want a currency, its value goes up. If fewer people want it, the value goes down. That's basic supply and demand. Interest rates also play a huge role. When a central bank raises its interest rates, it usually attracts foreign investors. That increases demand for the country's currency, pushing up its value. Economic indicators also matter. Reports on employment, inflation, and GDP growth give traders insight into a currency's health. Positive data can boost value, while negative reports can cause a dip. Then there are geopolitical events. Elections, political instability, trade disputes, or even war can cause massive uncertainty, and uncertainty leads to volatility. In other words, currency values can swing wildly based on the headlines alone. The point is, a floating system creates opportunity, but also risk. Traders make money by predicting these movements, buying low and selling high. This is called speculation, and it drives a lot of activity in the Forex world. But speculation isn't a sure thing. Currencies can rise or fall without warning, so successful traders stay informed and agile. Even if you're not trading, understanding how Forex works can benefit you. If you're planning a trip, watching Forex trends can help you exchange currency at a better rate. If you're investing, it can help you make smarter decisions about when to move money. And if you're just trying to manage your household finances, being aware of how currency values impact global prices can help you budget more effectively. Think back to major economic shifts in the past. Currency values changed dramatically, and those who understood what was happening were able to navigate it successfully. Others, unfortunately, took losses they didn't see coming. The takeaway here is simple. Being informed gives you an edge. So if today's video has opened your eyes or helped you learn something new, let us know. Hit that like button, subscribe for more financial insights, and share this video with anyone who might benefit from it. And don't forget to drop a comment. What surprised you most about Forex and the floating exchange rate? Are you prepared for what could happen tomorrow? Thanks for watching, and remember, timing, preparation, and smart decision-making are